With a huge potential match and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer Radio is under the impression that WWE was planning a singles match between Roman Reigns and Braun Breaker and are considering something different, noting that, obviously, the plan was Roman Reigns against Braun Breaker and Jey Uso against Bronson Reed, but I could see from watching TV the last 2 weeks, I could easily see that change into a tag. One of the things about making a tag that makes it better is that you can pin Bronson Reed, because if they do a singles match, you either got to do a DQ or you got to beat Roman, which I don't think they want to do, or you got to beat Braun Breaker, which, you could do it, but I'm not sure they want to do that one right now. Going over the status of Private Party in All Elite Wrestling, Ringside News wrote that Private Party hasn't been seen on AEW television since dropping the AEW tag team titles to the Hurt Syndicate back in January, and fans have continued to ask what's next for the duo. While rumors of their AEW contracts expiring have circulated, an update has clarified their current status, and it's more of the same. According to Sean Ross Sapp via Fightful Select Q&A podcast, Private Party is still signed to AEW, but they haven't been factored into creative discussions since their title loss. They've simply not been brought up backstage when it comes to story planning, and there's no indication that a return is being worked on internally. Despite the silence on AEW's side, there has been legitimate interest from WWE about the team. That said, Private Party remains under contract with AEW for now, and no final decision has been made regarding their next move. Earlier this year, Dave Meltzer noted in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that the team's AEW contracts would be expiring very soon. That set off speculation that they could be on their way out, especially given their complete absence from television and AEW programming. Private Party's most recent significant moment came when they won the AEW tag team titles from the Young Bucks on the October 30th, 2024 episode of Dynamite. However, that momentum didn't last, and AEW received backlash from fans for letting their reign and presence fizzle out so quickly. It was previously reported that the two weren't injured and had been taking well-earned downtime, even competing in an independent match back in March, but now it's clear the downtime wasn't the full story. AEW simply hasn't done anything with them. As the situation stands, Private Party's future is uncertain. They remain signed but unused, with potential options elsewhere waiting in the wings. With Bill Goldberg upset with WWE for his farewell speech getting cut off on NBC during Saturday night's main event, his son Gage said this about it on WrestleBinge. I heard about it right after, right when we got out of the ring. I got a bunch of texts and they're like, yeah, they cut off your dad's speech and everything, but as I see it, I don't see it as a WWE standpoint. I see it as an NBC stand, and NBC has to, they have a specific time that they can show WWE, and they have a specific time that they're going to show the news. So they're not going to screw up the news for WWE because they have to keep their contracts going and everything. So I don't have any hard feelings about that from an NBC standpoint at all, and I know WWE didn't want to cut him off like that. I don't think they would at all. No, they wouldn't want to cut him off. Asked if WWE could have done more to ensure his father's speech made it on air, Gage replied, yeah, there's definitely a strict cutoff. So, and I will say, he did go on a little long tangent, but his speech overall, it was amazing. He got the right things out to say, and I feel like overall, it was a great speech, and he got out everything he wanted to say. Gage also recalled jumping the barricade in WWE and getting in Gunther's face. For sure, if I ever get to that point, 100%, I'll have to get revenge for my dad. But yeah, a little, yeah. Who doesn't like a little revenge? If I get to that point, 100%. As former WWE star ELAYNA Black has decided to step away from pro wrestling, Dave Meltzer provided additional details, noting on Wrestling Observer Radio, "I know she was talking to somebody who I know, and she has probably made more money last month than any woman pro wrestler in the world, probably by a lot because of OnlyFans." Mandy Rose set the template, and you know, if you've got the right look, you can do OnlyFans coming off of a WWE run, and not everyone can do it, obviously, but some can. I mean, Mandy Rose is incredibly rich from that, and it's the new thing, and more people are going to do it. Think about this, you want to do these indie dates for $1,000 when you're making the kind of money that she's making. It basically makes no sense at all. It's like, going to do indie shows, flying in, the stress, and it's indie shows and things like that, taking bumps and everything, or sitting around and the money rolls in. She may come back, but right now for her, I mean, she's just making an incredible amount of money. I mean, it's ridiculous, so good for her. Recalling his return to WWE at Survivor Series in 2023, CM Punk said this to Sport Bible, "I remember when I first came back, talk about people going over their time. I think with Randy Orton, there was a little friction there. I came back and all over Randy's moment at Survivor Series. Randy was gone, he came back, had a new spine, and here's CM Punk stepping all over it. Then the following week, he had a match with Dominic Mysterio, and they went over on their time, and it's drastically cut into my promo time. We were all hooting. I'm laughing about it. Whatever I didn't get to say this week, I'll just say next week. That's the beauty of doing 52 live shows a year. I remember I was running around with a piece of paper in my hand that had whatever I was supposed to say, and I kept looking at it. Then Triple H comes up to me and he's like, 'What are you doing, man? You're freaking everybody out.' I'm like, 'What do you mean I'm freaking everybody out?' He's like, 'Nobody here has ever seen you hold a script in your hand and read it like you're not just gonna go out there and say whatever the hell you want.' I'm like, 'Oh, I'm kind of new around here, so I don't want to step on anyone's toes.' He grabbed the piece of paper, crumpled it up, and threw it out. He said, 'You're CM Punk. Go out there and talk to the people.' I was like, right. That's what I needed to hear, since I was trying to move in a certain way. And he was like, 'No, you don't gotta do that. Just be you. That's why you're here.' During that same interview, CM Punk talked about what happens in WWE when you go over time during a segment, saying it's one of the secret rules. As long as it's really good, you can get away with it. Going 20 minutes over and you suck, that's no good. I don't want to cut into anyone else's segment, and there's a lot of times I have X amount of time for something, and I don't think I need all that time. I'll just go out there and go short. I would rather go short than long. If Rhea Ripley is in the next segment, I can nudge her and be like, 'Hey, you guys need 2 minutes, I can give you 2 minutes.' That's the way a lot of the talent work together. I know there is a lot of bloodline segments or stuff with The Rock when it's really good and the crowd's going absolutely banana for it. You can't really rush through it. The overseas crowds, they love to sing and they love their soccer chants. You want the fans to react and don't want to step on that because that makes the moment special. In some unfortunate news, a name in pro wrestling has passed away, with Ringside News writing, Eric Service, known to fans across generations as Roddy Hogan, has died. The Cauliflower Alley Club confirmed the heartbreaking news on Monday, July 21st. Service was more than just a fan. He was a fixture in the wrestling world for decades, thanks to his spot-on Hulk Hogan impersonation and unshakable dedication to the business. Wearing the classic red and yellow gear, rocking the handlebar mustache and bandana, Roddy Hogan could be seen front and center at WWE and WCW events throughout the years. His resemblance to Hulk Hogan made him a fan favorite and a familiar face on TV. Service wasn't just playing a part, he lived it. His love for Hulk Hogan turned into a personal friendship with the real-life Terry Bollea. The two were regularly photographed together, and Hogan often acknowledged Service's loyalty. For many, Roddy Hogan was Hulkamania's most devoted soldier. The Florida-based superfan eventually turned his passion into something more, regularly appearing at wrestling conventions and meet and greets where he connected with fans across the country. Tributes poured in after the news of his passing. Wrestlers, fans, and industry veterans shared memories and photos, remembering the energy Roddy brought to every show he attended. The Cauliflower Alley Club, where Service service was a staple at their Vegas reunions honored him for his love for the wrestling business. Roddy Hogan didn't just watch wrestling, he lived it. His presence will be missed ringside, but his legacy will live on in every fan who ever believed in the power of Hulkamania. Touching on the possibility of facing The Rock, John Cena told Fan Expo Denver, gosh, fantasy booking. For those who are not inside baseball, fantasy booking is when you take an idea in your head and you're like, man, it would be cool if that's what I'm hearing. Man, it would be cool if John Cena would fight The Rock one more time. And that, to me, that would be cool. I've survived and kept a level head over 25 years in the WWE by not setting expectations. By showing up every single day, doing what I'm told, and asking to do it to the best of my ability. Where I ask for freedom, where I ask for creative expression, is not in the selection of my opponent. It is in the process of how we put forth the work to you guys. That way, I can be accountable for all my failures. You guys say I buried the Nexus. I gotta shoulder that cross forever, because that's me. But there are some wins along the way. There are some people that are like, man, you're doing your best work now and it seems like you're in a different place. And I can live that triumph as well. I don't like to choose opponents because a lot of times that doesn't work out. What I like to do is get a plan and say, hey, well, can I, as the artist, can I be creative with the plan? And I've earned enough trust that they'll let me do some stupid stuff and I appreciate it. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.